Elections always bring new rallies, marches, and call for some big discussions.
We will not give up our right to safe and legal abortions.
One discussion that is prominent between Americans are abortion laws. A poll taken by National Public Radio in 2019 suggests that, quote, there is a high level of dissatisfaction with the abortion policy overall. Yet 66% of people identify as pro-life, and the other 34% identify as pro-choice. But what is pro-life and pro-choice?
In my own words, pro-choice means that you support a woman's right to choose, that you support her not only constitutional right, but also God-given right to make decisions for her own body without the imposition of government in helping make those decisions.
One of the criticisms oftentimes of individuals on the pro-life side of the movement is that we're simply pro-birth, that we only care about that child being born and then nothing else. But to truly be pro-life, to be pro-abundant life, is to advocate for life from the point of conception until that very last breath. This is one of the ways in which we do that, by providing material assistance. So whether that's car seats, strollers, diapers, formula, clothing, maternity clothing, any number of things, our clients can come here and get those things free of charge in order to help them as they bring this child into the world.
The debate has been going on since 1973 with the Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade.
To raise the dignity of woman and give her freedom of choice in this area is an extraordinary event.
On January 22, 1973, the Supreme Court struck down the Texas law banning abortion, effectively legalizing the procedure nationwide.
Obviously, it's a concern for all women. All women face the problem of forced childbearing and forced sterilization and limited access to contraception.
One thing that is not popularly noted when discussing Roe v. Wade is that the judges decided the word person used in the 14th Amendment does not include the unborn child.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions. The majority in cases from Texas and Georgia said that the decision to end a pregnancy during the first 3 months belongs to the woman and her doctor, not the government. Thus, the anti-abortion laws of 46 states were rendered unconstitutional.
In a majority opinion written by Justice Harry Blackmun, the court declared that a woman's right to an abortion was implicit in the right to privacy protected by the 14th Amendment.
A pregnancy to a woman is perhaps one of the most determinative aspects of her life. It disrupts her body, it disrupts her education, it disrupts her employment, and it often disrupts her entire family life.
There is speculation that the heartbeat bill might be passed by Congress due to the fact that more scientific evidence has been found that fetuses may have life.
Science and technology have advanced. We now know that a baby's heart begins to beat as early as 6 weeks. The child can feel pain as early as 20 weeks, only halfway through the pregnancy. Babies born as early as 21 weeks gestation have survived outside of the womb.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp in early May signed into law a so-called heartbeat bill, banning abortion as early as 6 weeks into pregnancy. Georgia is the 4th state to pass such a law this year alone.
We have too many children that are stuck in foster care. The adoptions process, while we've made great strides in Georgia, we have more to do because it's still too expensive and too cumbersome for Georgia families.
This bill prohibits abortion once a fetal heartbeat is detected, but reproductive rights advocates and doctors say the laws, which prohibit abortion before many women know they are pregnant, amount to a near total ban on the procedure.
This bill is unconstitutional. It's an overt attempt to challenge women's constitutional right to a safe and legal abortion. You know, it's really disturbing.
Roe v. Wade, I should be very clear, I think the result was absolutely right. Texas had the most extreme law in the nation. A woman could not get an abortion unless it was necessary to save her life.
No heartbeat bills have yet gone into effect and have, or are likely to, be challenged in court. In May, for instance, a federal court blocked such law in Mississippi, and the American Civil Liberties Union, plus other groups, challenged the Georgia law.
There's an exception in this bill for rape victims only when they report to law enforcement officials, thus resurrecting the debunked legitimate rape argument.
I strongly support Roe v. Wade, which guarantees a constitutional right to a woman to make the most intimate, most difficult in many cases decisions about her health care that one can imagine.
The rise of heartbeat bills in 2019 is a sign of where the abortion debate is today. Radical. A few years ago, such bans were considered too extreme, even by the anti-abortion groups.
There's another two people, equally yoked, can look at the same thing and see it very differently. So respect other people's opinions, but always be prepared to defend your positions.
Women's rights are at the forefront right now. And so because of that, attached to women's right is the right to choose what they can do and what they want to do with their bodies, medically, health-wise, or any kind of way.
Abortion laws in the United States have come a long way. From court cases like Roe v. Wade and the current Me Too movement, people and their opinions have been voiced about whether they are pro-life and pro-choice.